There is a fountain filled with blood drawn from. There is a fountain.
Good day, viewers. We are here once again on another edition of Walk with Jesus with Olufemi Oluyamoju. My name is Grace. Dear viewers, you can send your questions and suggestions to the address on the screen. Thank you. Olufemi, you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, we have some questions from you.
Okay.
This question is from Kaduna. It says, please sir, what is your view about Christian dating?
Now, I'm not going to be talking about my view concerning Christian dating. I'll be talking about the biblical view concerning marriage, of which I believe that Christian dating is for the purpose of getting married, so to say. A Christian, let's pick the word Christian dating. A Christian is a follower of Christ. A Christian is someone that behaves like Christ. So when you see Jesus and you see a so-called Christian, that Christian should look like Christ. So anytime you see that man, you should be able to say, wow, this is Christ, because it's so much like Christ. Now, the other part of the word is dating. What is dating? Dating is when you go out with somebody of the opposite sex for the purpose of love and feeling, because there is something you like in the person and you want to see if you flow together. Now, yes, if you marry both of them together, so we are saying that a Christian that is following somebody, looking at the person and seeing what he loves about the person, the two don't go together. And I stand on the Bible, on the authority of the Bible, that there is nowhere in the Bible where it has encouraged us to date, to take somebody out and look at the person and try to see what you like in the person. It's more about the purpose. Marriage in the Bible is all about purpose. If there is a purpose that we want to achieve, who is going to achieve that purpose? With this person, with this man, with this woman. That's why when Abraham needed a wife for his son, it wasn't just who is beautiful around here. Who do you have the same think alike with? Who do you like? Of what the lady said, which one do you think? That was not the question. He sent them back to his village because there is a purpose this person is going to achieve. And this person must be thinking spiritually and have the same foundation as I want for my child. And so in that place, there was no dating. It was a purpose. So if anybody talks about Christian dating, these are the two words that cannot go together. Dating, I need to see. And the Bible says we don't walk by sight, we walk by faith. The Bible continuously says it in over 3 places that the just shall live by his faith, not by his sight. For me to date somebody, I need to see what I like. If I want to date a lady, there must be something I like. Many times we have thrown out features that we want in partners. So you want a lady that have a big breast. You just love big breasts. So you are looking for which lady have big breasts in church. Oh, Sister Gladys have big breasts. So it is Sister Gladys. Let me ask Sister Gladys out. It is not in the Bible. Also, the Bible comes against it seriously. In the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 27. Matthew chapter 5 verse 27. It says, ye have heard that it was said by them of old, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whoever looketh at a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. So, for you to say I want to date a lady and you are looking at the features and that is what's drawing you to her, you're looking at how yellow she is, you're looking at the voice, you are a woman, you're looking at his car, you're looking at the lanky chest, you saw the hair in his chest because he refused to button up, and you fall in love with that. At the end of the day, you are falling in lust with that because you are already desiring to have that person. So you are dating that person, desiring to have that person. If you have done that already, you have committed fornication. So if you take that to our church, where we preach Christian dating, and we are following one another by sight, we are checking out ourselves and choosing one to marry, we are committing a whole lot of fornication. And that's why the church today, to some extent, many churches are powerless. God is not there because it's a congregation of fornicators. Many of our youth churches is a congregation of fornicators because we are all dating one another, one after the other. And somebody is on the other preaching that what you do in a Christian dating is that you've committed fornication already. It's not until you lie hard down on the bed. You've committed fornication because you are thinking that this is what I want. It is the breast that I want. It is the bum that I want. You've lusted after something already. So, according to biblical principles, according to the life of Christ, you can never put Christ and fornication together. So, dating, in quotes, is not in the Bible. And it's not supported by the Bible. So there is nothing called Christian dating. It's a 21st century coined word. It cannot be found in the Bible.
So if you are saying dating is wrong, so what is the right?
Okay, what we are supposed to do is courtship. And there is a whole lot difference between dating and courtship. Courtship is the process where you go to God and you ask God, who do you want me to marry? Because I have surrendered my life to Jesus Christ. My marriage is part of my life. So I can't take decisions again. I have to check with Jesus for every decision. So for me to get married, I need to go to God and ask God, who do I want to get married to? If God decides that it is the cripple that he wants to give to me, then that is the person that is designed to fulfill my destiny with me. That's the person heaven has prepared to help me. We can work together. If God says a very tall lady you are getting married and you are a short man, you can't say, will I stand on the stool to kiss her on the wedding day? It's not, it's not an important matter. The most important thing is God says that is your partner. Then you go to your pastor and say, God has led me to this person. It is not the breast that brought me to her. It is not the car he's driving or the future prospects that he has, or because he has nice teddy bears, or the voice is deep, or because she sings on the altar like a nightingale, so I just fall in love. No, I fell in love with God, and God directed me to that sister and said, that is my wife. I tell my pastor, she prays about it. It's so easy. If we do it this way, I pray for a sister, to God, and God say, Sister A is your wife. When Sister A pray, God will say, I am my husband. Matters closed. So in the end of the day, at the end of the day, when we finally get married, if there's any problem, we'll be able to go back to the same God. We won't have to divorce her. We won't have to divorce him. Because at the first place, it wasn't me that chose you. I didn't have a hand in it. He did, so he should control you. The reason why many people now have a problem after getting married is because you are not the one that chose the partner. Sorry, it wasn't God that chose the partner. You chose the partner. So deal with your problem. So you keep crying to God and say, it is your will. That was what you wanted. Deal with it. We have so many issues in marriages now. I don't want the youths and the singles to join theirs to the current problems we have. It is time for us to do it the proper way. Courtship is simply going to God, who should I marry? God shows you, and both of you come together just for the purpose of marriage. You cannot, after 2 months, say, I'm not doing it again. In dating, you can wake up and say, I'm not dating you again. But in courtship, it's not possible. You are getting married to that person. No backing out. God has said that's your partner. No returning. So it is courtship that God has for us in the Bible, not dating.
Thank you, Olufemi. If I may ask, what are we supposed to do during courtship?
Okay. Now, the content of courtship is not a time to be visiting eateries and be eating out, going to cinemas, going to the beach, wearing the same clothes, taking pictures. I know one of the craze that is in town now is pre-marriage pictures. So you see people always posing together and taking all kinds of pictures. It's not meant for courtship. That is meant for marriage. When you do all that in courtship, when you get married, you lose it. At the end of the day, many times, many things we did in courtship, by the time we got married, we couldn't do it again. It now become boring. The real excitement is in the marriage. The courtship time is a time to pray. It's a time to seek the face of God. You are giving me a whole human being. What is the information I need to know about this person? He's coming with his own background. In the background, he has blessings, he has curses. How do I understand the blessings? And how do we fight against the curses? In the background, he has angels, he has demons. How do we utilize the angels? And how do we come against the demons? I used to tell people that when you are getting married on the altar in the church, as pastor is joining you in the church, demons and family backgrounds and family idols, they are joining themselves outside. So they say, okay, your family and your family will come together. Okay, as you are joining inside, they are joining outside. You should have prayed that away during courtship. Courtship is a time of fasting and prayer. It's a time of studying the word. It's a time of rigorous battle because you are about to set a foundation. And that foundation can only be set right in prayer. The Bible says if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? The foundation of a new family that is coming in, children that will be born, generations unborn coming, is depending on both of you. It's not time to be eating up and down. When you have gotten the foundation right and you get married, it is time to now begin to enjoy. That is the time for E3. That is the time for taking pictures. That is the time for cinemas. That is the time for going to the beach. But unfortunately, we have gotten it upside down because we follow the world. And our standard is not the world. Our standard is the Bible. So the courtship time is a serious time for soul searching, for prayers, for fasting, and for studying the word. It's a time for revelations. It's a time for expositions. It's a time to be so spiritual. So if you are so spiritual, it's not a time to be kissing. It's not a time to be sleeping together in beds and saying, we'll not have sex, so just let's sleep. Then before you know it, no, it's not the time. It is the time to pray. That is what we do during courtship.
Thank you so very much for that, Femi. Dear viewers, I believe we have learned one or two things today again. Please kindly join us for more edition. Thank you.